Ha! Ha 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 ha! No! Ha 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 ha! So, Dave, I told you I'm gonna pull a fast one on you, so, and this is Stranded. So, I'm pretty sure Dave won't mind. I'm pretty sure Dave won't mind me reading a furry visual novel here. And this is still part of Dave's, this is still part of Dave's bulk recording with the using furry visual novels or furry games. You what? Anyway, so yeah, I'm pretty sure people won't like this, but and they won't like this as well. So I'm just gonna pull a pass on it. I Maybe I'll tag that video there when I said that. But yeah, let's just say this is part one for now. Let's go. A furry visual novel. I don't really know anything about this as usual. We gotta go in blind. And I hope that that music is not copyrighted. I'm just gonna go 50. Let's go. Where am I? I can't see. It's so dark. Ooh, shipwreck? It felt as if my mind was in a daze and I couldn't remember anything. While struggling to recall the faintest memories, I only felt more like a captive sifting through a vast darkness. My body refused to listen to me, as if it ceased to exist. I felt intangible for, form being drawn deeper, sinking into a vast abyss which was devoid of light. What was I doing? You, which is a protege. Dave, this is your final hurrah with me, so deal with it. Thank God, it's about time. This has been overdue for way too long. I am finally having some time off all to myself. I can't wait to experience all the sights to see, all the lessons to learn, and all the food to eat. But most importantly, my time away from that hole of a job. No boss, no work, no sleeping in the office. I'm gonna make sure I enjoy my time to the fullest on this vacation. I rambled for a while about the destination to myself, as passerby glancing a look at me occasionally, probably thinking or I'm already lost whatever few brain cells are you am I an orange cat? Whatever few brain cells I had remaining since my last overnight stay in the office. Thinking about this vacation just makes me anxious. I feel like my stomach is filled with butterflies. I spent my time dazing, imagining about the vacation before I was brought back to reality by announcement. The airplane I was supposed to be on is ready and will take off in 30 minutes. Ah, time to move. While I was on the way to my terminal, I saw many couples that were going on vacation too. I couldn't help but feel jealous towards them, and slowly began to feel lonely. I feel you, Dave. That word must really bugging you. But yeah, I feel you. The walls of the terminal felt as if they were getting wider and wider as the people around me began to slowly drift away. My heart aches with this sense of lingering. I'm sorry, that's a reference of lingering isolation and longing to feel loved and cared for. Okay, Dave, I know what you're feeling right now. But yeah, I'm sorry. I wish I had someone. I mumbled to myself. Slap. Ow! After being gloomy for a while, I give my cheek a slap to snap out of it. Dumbass, I'm going on vacation. Supposed to be happy. Forget about relationships. This vacation all will be all about me. I remind myself before I continue to make my way onto the plane. After struggling to get my seat, I stashed away the belongings I had on hand in the compartment up above. A backpack containing the odd book or two, a sweater for when it eventually got too cold for me, and my laptop, which I took out of my bag before throwing myself to my own seat, letting out a loud sigh of relief. I got lucky. I was able to get a single row seat to myself. I chose to sit next to the window. Sitting next to other people makes me feel awkward. Well, random people, yes. After about 15 to 20 minutes of waiting, the plane began to take off right after everyone had gone through the safety briefing done by the stewards and their seatbelt fastened. I love to sit next to the window, even though the only thing you can see is the aqua blue sky. So close to the edges of the vast unknowns of space and the soft, pillowy, cotton candy looking white clouds. You mean the clouds? Probably because staring outside the window makes you feel lonely, but in a different way. You feel more isolated looking at this vast empty space. But it's the kind of alone where you feel at peace instead of longing to be loved. Whoa. Staring out into the clouds for a while made me fall asleep. It was mostly peaceful up until the plane began to wobble and shake, making me jump slightly and slowly blink awake. The plane was still shaking for a couple more seconds before it finally stopped. The feeling felt off-putting as if I had no control over my own body. Above my head, the seatbelt sign lit up, glowing a soft milky white, indicating its passengers to put their seatbelts back on. I sat there confused, along with other passengers around me looking equally as confused as me. This is this is the captain speaking. We have a minor problem. Really? Minor problem? Please remain seated and calm. Follow our stewardess safety instructions as we resolve this problem. I felt that stirring ache in my stomach again, as if my body were telling me things weren't going to be okay. I could only pray for the best as I remained seated. Boom! Really? What even happened? Not even a minute passed before I heard a loud boom, followed by another harsh, turbulent Harlem shake. As if on cue, the right wing of the plane erupted into flames. I sat there watching in fear as the flames snake its way up to the main hall of the plane. What the I gripped my armrest in fear as oxygen masks fell from the ceiling. I grabbed the mask quickly as I grabbed the mask quickly and placed it over my face before trying to breathe normally. But I was struggling, my mind fogged and metaphorical smoke as my eyes welled with tears. What's going on? Why did things have to go wrong today? Why today all why today of all other godforsaken effing days? Whoa. Okay. This has gone south. Way south. There was suddenly a loud screeching alarm. My mind fogged up more as the voice of the pilot began to fade in the background. My eyes' vision felt like it was fading away as smoke began to fill the cabin of the plane. Looks like the fire got in, I said to myself, feeling my body become weightless as the plane began to rapidly descend, the cries and screams of the people around me, making me lose my mind. I could barely make out the silhouettes of people around me, clinging to their loved ones. F, I'm gonna die. I'm actually gonna die. Alone, I wasted my life. I don't want to die as a fuck as an effing virgin. I'm not ready yet. I mumbled, I mumbled to myself that through the oxygen mask, feeling tears dripping down my cheek. I was crying. The sense of overwhelming fear made me not realize that I was crying. I was trying to hear what the stewards and stewardesses were trying to say, but her words quickly drowned in the sea of people panicking and screaming as the plane was inching closer to its inevitable end. Whoa. I tried to lie to myself, telling myself that everything was okay as I closed my eyes. I could still feel myself crying before everything went black. It was silent, no light, no noise, no signs of life that the soul within my body could feel. And everyone, my heart felt heavy at a sudden memory. A pain like I've never experienced before, as both my physical weight and emotional weight of my heart made my brain mentally snap. As my lungs became heavier, my thoughts began to get fuzzier and fuzzier. I could feel my tears fade into the area around me. Even though I couldn't feel any pain in my body, the fear was already carved inside of me. I don't know how long I have been here. In all honesty, it felt like an eternity. Piecing together what bits of information I had only brought more questions than answers. But everything has an end to it. It wasn't long before I slowly felt my consciousness come to a halt. Hey, wake up. I feel someone shaking me, trying to wake me up. Leave him alone. He's probably already dead. No, I know he's still alive. Look, he's still breathing. Poke, poke. I open my eyes slowly and see someone trying to wake me up. Oh my god. You're so cutie. Husky. You're so cute. Poke, poke. An unfamiliar blue figure is casting a shadow up, upon my body, continuously poking my left cheek. He looks down at me with a concerned look on his face. Thank God you're still alive. As I was slowly regaining consciousness and trying to make sense of my surroundings, the blue beast turns his head to the side while calling for help. Hey, there's another survivor here. Is he blinking? Yeah, he is blinking. Okay. Could you lend me a hand to patch this guy up real quick? Oh sure. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's him. I hear in the distance gentle stumps against the sand, gradually getting closer and closer to me. Before seeing a bunny sat next to my weak body within my peripheral vision. I'm still referencing somebody there. Peripheral vision. Patching my wounds up with some disinfectants and gauze. Thankfully, they weren't light thread. Ah, I'm really glad you're here. What I don't know what I would do without you. I see the husky says with a smile towards the bunny. Nope, no problem. It's the least I can do to help. I, I I'm gonna regroup with others and see if they need some help as well. Sure thing. I'll join you with others in a bit. The bunny bows slightly and smiles reluctantly before making her way. Her, okay. Sorry, I guess I need to make a female voice here, way out of my view. I tried my best to stand, but I couldn't. That, but couldn't hold myself up. I coughed hoarsely. My breathing was heavy. Mom spaghetti. Oh wait. My whole body zapping me with an aching pain. Hey, please don't move too much. Take a break and let me help you up. He slowly lifts my body just enough to make me sit up and lean back against a tree. Any idea where we are right now? I'm not sure where we are either, but based on our surroundings, doesn't seem like this place is inhabitable. Ah, how about you? Uh, Are you doing okay? Yeah, I am. Thanks. Oh, oh, that is a cute drawing. Oh, no problem. I need to look for others. Do me a favor and just stay still, okay? I nodded. Just after I did, he sprinted away. How is he so calm in a situation like this? I briefly glanced at my surroundings, trying to analyze the situation. Oh, so it's really a. They did really crash. So, how many survivors? Only to see the remains of the plane scattered around across the vast blue sea. Yeah, so the crash was real. That is okay. I thought with disbelief as I turned my neck to the left. As I turned my neck to the left, I was now looking at the surface of a pale yellow sandy beach, littered with littered with the bodies of unfortunate souls who were caught up in the catastrophe. Dear God, those people used to live and they were just in an instant. Just how many were lost? I pondered and shifted my gaze further out towards the shoreline. Horror and shock overtook me just as soon as I saw it. The scene before me resembles some kind of nightmarish hellscape. Don't tell me, don't tell me this is like a final destination, huh? Charred remains that look like a person's forearm and leg, one half of a mutilated looking torso with scant portions of someone's jawline still attached at the neck. A sickening looking pile of fleshy looking innards that glisten underneath the light of day. Splotches and streaks of crimson red could be peered as far the eye could see, and debris littered the shoreline as if they were the remnants of some grim memento. The overpowering stench of machine oil permeated the air. A sudden pang of sadness and revulsion was felt, and I impulsively turned away from the grisly spectacle, only to be faced with a lush green jungle lined with tall coconut trees and rows of bamboo. The sudden change of scenery took me by surprise, and I felt bewildered just by staring at the weird assortment of foliage. So much mixed colors, and certainly not the kind of diversity that was expected from this trip. But it was a picture of heaven in comparison to the horror of what was witnessed earlier. Having seen it all, I still couldn't bring myself to accept reality. That the situation was all too real, and I was caught up in it. At least I wasn't alone. There were others like that husky and bunny. Just where were they? I asked myself while frantically orienting myself towards the last known direction I saw the husky running off towards. If there was even a chance that others survived, then perhaps we could help each other out of this nightmare. Now to get myself up. With a deep breath, I hauled myself up and stood on wobbly knees, leaning against the tree like a crutch for support. Grasping my okay. It's really wild because when was that? I will tag that video there. I hope I remember it though. I never talked this long, this much, ever since, because this is the only time they've started recording with a furry game again. Resting the right shoulder, I gave it a firm push outwards and felt a joint readjust itself with a resounding phew. Doesn't feel sprained or dislocated, but I think that is a bad sore. I feel perhaps that bunny has some ointment for it. I thought to myself while eyeing the rest of my arm for any other abnormalities. Seeing that nothing else was amiss, my focus once again returned straight ahead, and I saw the person that helped me a few minutes ago. He was walking back towards me in a frantic fashion. I immediately felt a sense of guilt since he must have been running back and forth while I rested. It was clear that I had to speak my mind. Hey, what are you doing? I told you to stay still. You need to rest, please. I'm fine. Just I can't simply let you do all the work. You don't really need you don't really need to you don't really need to though. You're badly hurt. I can't find them myself. Like you're any better. I'm still gonna help no matter how much you try to stop me. Please, being alone here is the last thing I want. Uh, alright. Fine, thanks. Entry Kim unlock, okay. By the way, oh, so your name's Kim, okay. By the way, the name's Kim. How may I address you? Oops. I wanted to I wanted to enter my name. I just pressed name. Anyway, sorry about that. My name is Hisoka. Nice to meet you, Hisoka. We'll get along well. He smiled wide from ear to ear. Looking at Kim's expression, he was still remaining calm and like an unmoving pond with no ripples or splashes. It was as if he knew this would happen and was prepared for it. Curiosity flooded my mind. I can't help but wonder the reason for it. How can you be so calm in a situation like this? I can barely get myself together. I asked him as I still tried to steady my breathing. Uh, Steady my breathing. It was getting better, slowly but surely. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm still worried about the situation that we're in right now. But the best thing to do now is to calm down and think about what we need to do to survive in this situation. A calm mind is a clear mind. Uh-huh. But you look like you've adapted to this immediately. It's a thing I taught myself to be calm in any situation so that I know what to do next with a clear mind. Even for a situation like this. Well, I didn't expect this to happen anywhere within my lifetime either. So, how many survivors do we have so far? Not many, unfortunately. I'm sure you saw the damage. There are more casualties. There are more casualties than we would want. Effing hell. Unsure of what to say, I walked beside him in distraught. It wasn't long until we began approaching closer towards a group of people. They seemed to be discussing something. The others, the other survivors are over there. We should join them. Perhaps we can plan a couple things out. I nodded Kim before walking with him to join the group. Oh, a hyena. Is this a bear? Bunny and fox? We we made our appearance with a small group consisting of a different fur people. A polar bear, a bunny. Okay, that's an otter. I'm sorry about that. An otter. and a red fox. Mozilla. Seems like they were discussing something. Time. Hey guys, sorry for taking so long. Silence befell the group as none of them said a single word upon our arrival. Some of them took a quick glance at us before averting their eyes away. You guys okay? What happened here? Yeah, being stuck in the middle of nowhere is totally okay. Real effing peachy. Come on, man. Just stop. A sense of dread floats in the air. Whatever happened here wasn't going so well. Everyone wasn't looking too great. All patched up and disheveled looking. I can only stand in place, not knowing what to say. It wasn't a while until the bunny breaks the silence. Then, how are we supposed to get home? Is there nothing we can do? Yeah, I want to go home, she said before placing her hands over her face, letting out a loud exhale. Hey, it's okay. Don't panic. I'm sure we can do something. We'll find a way. We'll find a way. Yeah, we'll get through this. We'll get through this and get ourselves home. All of us. I know. I'm sorry. Listen, before anything else, I would like to pay respects to the others who were not so fortunate. I eyed the group while speaking and saw solemn faces all around. The fox expression still held its harshness, but no words came out of his mouth. If anyone wishes to sit this one out, then now's the time. All had their heads bowed in respect except for the fox, who let out an exasperated sigh before following suit. I wasted no time and gave a brief farewell for those that have departed. Those strangers will remain in memory. In memory you are retained. Rest in peace now, nameless brothers and sisters. There was an awkward silence which lasted for a bit after I gave my eulogy, but necessity dared the husky to speak up. We should all go further inland, away from the crash site. There's too little time to bury the bodies, and I'm not sure I'm not sure if I even feel like it at the moment. Yeah, uh, you you read my thoughts there. He struggles with his words, trying too hard, trying hard to downplay the carnage on the beach. The others could only nod slowly in unison. I agree, but eventually we would need to clear up the bodies. I hear wildlife around us, so we need to assume that the mess will only attract predators. Predators, which uh, how? That's a question. In a fantasy furry world, how are predators depicted? Hmm. How are predators depicted when it's a furry world? That, that is a potential threat for us all. I replied in a concerned tone while staring Kim in the eyes. True, but I say we make that tomorrow's problem since our priority now is to secure a campsite before we lose the light of day. So far, we only know that we're stuck on a deserted island, according to Owen. Oh, so who is Owen Beru? Yeah, this place is indeed an island. We even covered some high ground to get a glimpse of our surroundings. Yup, I was surprised that so this is Beru. Okay, that I got it immediately there. Beru. Yup, I was surprised that Owen could even climb a tree that fast. Before I knew it, he was high up in the tree. That is, oh my god, that's a cute one. But we couldn't find any buildings or anything man-made. Not only that, the silver signal's busted. Not a single effing bar. So we're really cut off from the rest of the world. Well, if anything, our survival takes priority. People will be looking for us eventually, but for now, what do you guys think we should do first? Hisoka, any ideas? I don't know. Did I press that on time? So there's a time choices. Maybe we should salvage the plane. You know, before the resources float away. Did I skip? Did I skip a dialogue with Kim? I'm not going. Huh? You guys can go collect stuff. But I'll go and mind my own business. I stand close to Kim as the red fox walks away out of her view without ever looking back. So Owen is the otter. Oh, don't worry about him. He's been like that since we've been here. Yeah, he doesn't let anyone near him. He's probably having it hard right now. Just let it slide. I'm sure he'll come around. We're still adapting to the situation in our own ways after all. Right. All of us except the fox headed towards the remains of the plane and proceeded with our plan. A few hours passed, and it seemed like all of us managed to salvage at least one thing from the remains of the wreck. There wasn't much left to find: a few cans of food, a few bottles of mineral water, and a med kit. Wow, the forest. The day passed by quickly as the sky turned a beautiful shade of amber just upon the horizon, with a pinkish purple glow emanating from the remnants of the sun's glow. By the time we regroup again, it was already dark. It was only then I realized, crap. Huh? Something wrong? We didn't make a campfire for the night. Oh, crap, you're right. We were also caught up with salvaging what we could, that we've forgotten all about it. And then what should we do now? Do we even have the time to build one now? I don't think it'll be safe to go through the dark to gather firewood now. But it's more dangerous to be in the dark at night. Who knows what creature might sneak up us in the dark. I guess it'll be a very long cold night. If it's cold you worry about, my big fluffy fur can warm you up all night. All right. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We'll manage what we can find for now, and build one. Guys, I didn't read that. Sorry. She said, lifting her hand to point at the direction of the smoke. Wherever there's smoke, there's fire. Let's go. No, wait. My okay. My sudden voice started the polar so much that he tripped and face planted himself on the sandy beach. The front of his body is now covered in sand, which he quickly brushed up upon getting up on his feet. He definitely wasn't happy about it. Huh? What's that for? Shh. We're stranded on an unknown island with no signs of buildings. Who could be making that fire? Hisoka's right. We should be careful at least. All of us approach the source the all of us approached the source of the smoke. The burning light of the campfire grew brighter and brighter the closer we got. Sitting by the fire was Sitting by the fire source was none other than the fox that didn't join the salvaging. He noticed us approaching him before giving it a glance at us. What? What? Don't look at me like that, creeps. The fox looked back towards the fire before throwing another piece of firewood in it. Wow, I knew you were onto something when you left us. Well, no one ever mentioned making fire. You all happily went for your soul bonding expedition. Yeah, but how did you make the campfire though? Exactly. That is. Oh my god, oh, I just the arts of this one is so cute. Time. Oh, there's. Do you have a secret flame breeding technique you're not telling us about? The other pushed the bear away. Why? Anyway, you could have told us that before you going on your own. The red fox turns away, ignoring Owen and focuses his gaze on the fire silently. Smoke and ashes flew up as the sound of fire burning the wood fills the silent night. It wasn't a while until the bunny broke the silence. Um, Thank you for making the campfire. I just hope you, I just hope you, I just hope you all didn't waste your time salvaging the plane wreckage. we did, we did get some stuff out of it though. Do you mind if we join you? Help yourself. Everyone proceeded to sit around the fire, regaining their warmth slowly. Ah, for once the warmth feels great. Didn't you gloat on how did did you gloat on how you can warm us all night back then? Well, yeah, but nothing can beat the warmth of fire. I couldn't help but chuckle at this dumb antics sometimes. It's just what you need after a hard long day. We sat around the fire, equally distanced from one another. Some of us tried to dry ourselves after dipping into the seawater. The fox, on the other hand, was relaxing against a rock, looking up the sky with a sigh of boredom, huffing through his muzzle. Everyone was very quiet around the fire, exhaustion slowly consuming us. But it seemed as if no one is really dozing off or sleeping yet for some reason. I pondered for a moment in silence. Where would I end up? Where would I end up at the end of all this? As I daydreamed, I felt a nudge from my left shoulder. It was Kim, trying to bring me back from my dazed state. Hey, you alright? Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm just thinking of the possibilities. Well, as I was saying to the group, we might be stuck here for a few days. As I read the website of the game page or the visual novel page of this, people said that this story is still getting updated. So that's not a few days. Might as well get to know each other. Also, we didn't really introduce ourselves properly, so let's start over. I'm Kim. I'm Kim, sports coach at Fur Nation University. A pleasure to meet you all. I know you were not in the best of situation here, but just remember that you can count on me for anything. And I'm Barry. currently unemployed, but was actively looking for a job to pay the bills and hopefully find a place of my own. I know I'm big, but when it comes to heavy lifting, I am more capable of it. I am more capable of it. We'll be counting on you a lot then. Eh? A lot? Like, like a lot? His face paled. His face paled at the thought of the amount of work he'll be having. I think he's regretting ever mentioning about his strength. Ahem. So anyway, who's next? How about you? How about you, the young lady? Uh oh. Oh, your name's Lucy. My name is Lucy. I'm a postgraduate from a degree program specialized in Mediterranean herbaceous species. I'm hoping to further my studies in the future. Oh, we got a nerdy girl in the house. That's not very nice thing to say to a lady, unless you're a lady, unless you're a lady yourself. What? Oh, it's a girl? No, you idiot. Oh dear, the fox sighed. Idiots. For a moment, it felt like everything was normal, like nothing ever happened, and we were stranded on an island. We seemed to be having fun. It was like we were having an orientation on our first day of college or something. Laughing and enjoying the moment like any other day, except for the fox, that is. Haha. Well, it's nice knowing you, Lucy. Let's do our best to get through this together. And now, the other said abruptly, standing up and pointing his thumb to his chest proudly. You, you can call me Owen. Been working in my dad's fishing shop for as long as I can remember. So I know a thing or two about catching fish in the sea. Oh, like there's plenty of fish in the sea, isn't it? I think that's a different kind of fish, though. Owen puffed off his chest as if it was the best speech he's ever given in his entire life. He looked accomplished. Seeing his expression somehow filled you with determination. We'll be counting on you. We'll be counting on you when it comes to fishing for food. Then leave it to me. Also, it's your turn now. Ah, I guess it's my turn then. My name's Hisoka, and I'm what? Okay. And I guess that's all about me. Everyone just looked at you in awe after hearing your little sub-introduction. Having all those silent stares made you a bit nervous. It was Kim who broke the silence first. Well, thank you for sharing a bit about yourselves. I'm sure it wasn't easy. Yeah, no matter what happens, we'll get through together. Everyone nodded in agreement. You couldn't help yourself but smile at that. It gave you the strength to pull yourself together. We're going to survive this and get ourselves back home. I'll make sure of that. Well, it's now the time to last time to introduce himself. Everyone suddenly diverted their attention to a particular red fox. Red fox. Now, that certainly made him irritated, or not? I mean, he's always irritated anyway. Don't drag me into this. I never agreed to any of this. Oh, come on. We just want to get to know each other. We shouldn't force him if he doesn't want to. Lucy's right. If he doesn't want to, if he doesn't want to, then it's fine. What should I say to the stubborn fox about this? Should I confront it? I think this is a good stopping point because the recording is now 45 minutes, so this is gonna be categorized or tagged as a long play. So I'm gonna leave it here for part one. So I don't know what will I do because this fox is a bit stubborn, like Dave up there. There's He's he's equally stubborn. So that's part one. Stranded on a desert island. Anyway, so thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.